just couldn't get a nicer day to celebrate this special event. And it is a really very special day, I think, in St. Pete's history. And you know, it's been an opportunity. You know, we've got new homeowners coming in. We've got a historic home, the Henry Bryant home, that we recently moved a couple weeks ago, and a wonderful new family moving in there. And of course our many Rowland Place owners who are here with us today. And we want to express our deep appreciation for we're truly humbled at your confidence in our company, in downtown St. Pete, and what this building will be, and for this opportunity for us to create this new home for you. It's a true honor for us to serve you in this way. And I'd like to begin just by recognizing a few of our special guests that are here today. Are the Witts here? They're our neighbors next door, and they've been wonderful neighbors, and we appreciate all their support. I'd like to acknowledge the city of St. Petersburg officials. I think, do we have, is Councilwoman Leslie Curran here? She had RSVP'd, and Building Director Rick Dunn just left. He had to leave, but I want to thank him and his staff for the tremendous amount of support and help and cooperation and coordinating, you know, going through the approval process for our homes, and coordinating the move of the home, of the historic Henry Bryant home. There was a lot of work, a lot of effort in doing all that. Is Vice Chair Bill Dudley here? He had RSVP'd. We want to thank him, the rest of the council members again for their support. I'd also like to recognize, and if they'd stand up, our partners at Habitat for Humanity. But Ron Spoor, Ken Rush, and Robin, are you all here? If any or all of you are here, would you stand up for a second? And I know you're all familiar with their organization and what they do, and we had built a home with them 12 or so years, 15 years ago, and had just a great experience, great organization. I hope you'll also continue to support it. And but they brought, this is something very unusual for them to take an older home and renovate it. And but they agreed to do that. They found just a wonderful young couple, Brad and Stefani Everett, and their young son Timothy, who will be moving into the home, who are so excited. And that home will be you know, help renovate another neighborhood, and they're such a positive couple. I have no doubt that they'll be an asset in their new home and to that new neighborhood. I'd like to recognize several of our JMC partners. We have Jerry Messman, who is our design architect over here. Then we have Steve Clark and Associates, who is was the architect for the building right here. Eric Olson with Olson and Associates, the structural engineers in the back. Hunter Booth with Booth and Associates, landscape architect. Dan Wadsworth, the mechanical engineer. Dan Vickstrom, civil engineer. Jeff Godfrey, who handled the tremendous marketing pieces for our community. Jeff, I know you're here somewhere. Okay, over here. And then Regents Bank, I want to thank them. I know Dave Kern couldn't be here, but I know they have a representative. Where are you? Okay, I thought they had a representative, but we appreciate their support and partnership in this development. Last but not least is our Rowland Place team. Particularly for our homeowners, I'd like you to see their faces. We have Claudia Emery, our project manager. Claudia, and not only project manager, but she is the first employee of JMC Communities. Some of you may not know that. In 1978, that's how long we've it's a little embarrassing to admit. If you're that old, you know. But And also Carol Jennings, who's our sales associate. Michael Green, who is the construction manager. Michael, stand up there. Frank Alexander. Where's Frank? He's over here. Very privileged and just thrilled to have Frank back with us. He is one of the best in the business, and we're just thrilled he's back to work with us here. And Guy Redinger, I want to. Guy is the back of the backer. It's a great team. I know you'll enjoy. All you homeowners will enjoy seeing them, interacting with them, and I guarantee you they'll work very hard to make this a very enjoyable experience that you'll be extremely pleased about. But as I said before, this is a historic moment in many ways, and it's just fun to reflect on those that have come before us. E.B. Rowland was an early pioneer and developer of this area. He subdivided this land in the late 1800s, early 1900s. This court right back here was named in his honor, and that's Rowland Court, and therefore the name Rowland Place. That's a brick court. We were thrilled that our neighbors in the city again granted us the opportunity to save that court, and we'll share that with our neighbors. And it's just a special piece of history. It'll be very functional too in both entering and accessing both properties. And then Walter Henry built the Henry Bryant home, on this lot in 1912. That's a Queen Anne style home, and he built that as a wedding gift for his. That was for his son and daughter-in-law. And then a few years later, Hardy Bryan bought that home from Walter Henry, and built the. Hardy Bryan was the contractor on the Snell building, the post office building, and the municipal building. And so a lot of that intricate details and that Beaux Art style of architecture, which is, they produce some of the most iconic buildings, I think, in St. Petersburg. And really Rowland Place takes its inspiration from those buildings, and a lot of that vocabulary and those details come from those buildings. So there's just a lot of threads that we've tried to tie together and keep that sense of history alive. And I see the wits here. So Wilder and Bill, I want to introduce you, and again, thank you for your support and your patience and your and again working again to preserve this bit of history right here. But many of you probably may be asking, well, why do we call this, in our marketing pieces, why do you call this a new era in luxury urban living? And I think, first of all, we thought that was appropriate because of the unique human scale of this building. It's not a big high-rise. It engages the street. It's approachable. It's friendly. It's residential in character. I think it also because it truly fits into the fabric of the community. It's going to feel like it's been here forever and have a timeless, classic sense to it. Another reason is that we've truly tried to design this building with the ideas of enduring quality and lasting value. That like reasons why we'd want to live in a place is you make decisions for the long term and not for the short term. But it's also not a building of excess. It's I think it reflects this time a very functional building, and again things that aren't needed, aren't used that much, and are very expensive are not in this building. And finally, it has a lot of unique and forward-thinking sustainable features in the building itself. And I'd like John Hobach, who is our really operating officer of JMC Communities, to kind of come up and just share with you a few of those features.
Good morning. Thank you for being here. So energy efficiency is always something that JMC has been interested in, trying to always look for a better and more efficient way. And there are constantly new ideas that come onto the marketplace, and we evaluate those all the time. I've been with Mike for almost as long as Claudia has been. And, so just a few of the features that are going to be offered here at Rowland Place. Our glass. Every piece of glass that you see in the picture, whether it's a window or a sliding glass door, is really 3 pieces of glass nowadays. And on top of that, it's got a film, a low E film for reflectivity, and it's got a gas inner layer inside the pieces of glass. So it's a very, very, very efficient product that now is offered. So it's laminated, insulated, a low E argon filled glass in all the pieces of glass here. That of course will have enduring long-term value to you homeowners, and I think that you'll really appreciate the reduction in your energy costs from that feature. A second feature, natural gas is being used for the cooktop and for the dryers and for the water heating system. And natural gas, by its nature, is much less expensive on a power output basis than power that comes through the electrical lines, because it just travels easier. It gets from point A to point B a lot more efficiently. So if you can feed gas to appliances, then it's going to, we currently pay as a consumer less than half for the same amount of energy consumption if it's gas versus the same exact amount of BTU consumption that you pay for electricity. So we pay about 12 cents right now, 11 or 12 cents per kilowatt hour in electrical, and less than half of that if it's transferred to therms in the gas world. So anyway, that will be also a very appreciated feature. By the way, just on the side note on that, over 50% of the power plants, electric power plants in our state of Florida, are fed by natural gas. So if natural gas goes up or down, then probably our electric bill will likewise follow it. So that same savings should be a long-term savings by using natural gas. Additionally, we've used on that with the water heaters, we've actually built a central water heating system up on the roof and a room up on the roof with these big gas high efficiency water heaters that have a recirculating system to each and every home, which will again be much more efficient than having individual gas heaters in each home. So on top of that, you should have a significant savings as homeowners over the long term for your water heater use. And typically that's about 20% of your monthly power bill is from your water heaters for a typical family in this area. So we expect to knock about 3/4 of that off between the two systems. So you should save automatically about 15% right off your typical month from that. And lastly, the last point, you guys have probably been to Lowe's and Home Depot now and seen the LED lights. Well, those are very efficient. About 90% of the power that's used creates light, and only about 10% creates heat, versus your incandescent bulb that we've all grown up with. 90% of the power used is heat. That's why those things are so hot. And only 10% is light, so we got about a 10-to-1 efficiency factor. So virtually every light in Rowland Place, inside everyone's home, and all the hallways and the parking garages, will be LED lights. There might be an occasional decorative chandelier that might not be, but virtually every single light will be LED lights. On top of that, the garage will be on a sensor system, so the lights will actually dim to a lower level. The LED lights will dim down, and then when somebody drives in or walks through the garage, they'll kick right back up. So those are a few of the features at Rowland Place.
With the ribbers, right now we have 13 ribbers that are in the park. We judge 7 ribs on Friday, and those finalists go to Sunday. We judge 6 today. Those finalists go to Sunday, and then on Sunday, those are the finals. And what happens is this event raises money for children's charities, but the ribbers have a stake in the game because they can win a valuable prize of $1,000 for top rib, $250 for second place, or actually $250 for third, $500 for second, and the same with the sauces. So the ribbers all have a prize here, but all of the proceeds from this benefit, from this event, goes to children's charities. So it's a great fundraiser for this area. A lot of it goes to All Children's. Then we have several other charities that we donate to that are all related to child abuse prevention.
We were here just on a vacation kind of thing, and we looked at the Ribfest. Okay, we'll time it at this time, you know. So we're here also for the Ribfest.
Oh, the Ribfest, yes.
You got a lot of things to do along with a major event like that, you know. That really makes it easy for people to come over, you know, be part of it. And you got a wider variety of people coming in. Other than the normal people, you probably have more people, you know, from people who come for other things to be also part of this. So that'd be interesting, really.
I think you're going to get people from all over the nation because this is a great time to visit St. Petersburg. So I think it's a great idea for them to have it now and here.
We've been coming for 10 years in a row. It's one of the best venues St. Pete has. It's great bands, great food, great beer, great funds. I think it's the best idea somebody came up with, and I'll come every year I'm able to.
Good morning, it's Charlie Gertis, and it's Saturday at Ribfest. Looking forward to judging some ribs. You know, it's one of those terrible jobs that you have to do when you get elected to public office. You have to come out here and eat a bunch of food and tell everybody how good it is. So it's a gorgeous day in the most beautiful city in the state of Florida. Hope you all come out. If you're seeing this after Ribfest, I'm sorry you didn't make it, but make sure you get out here next year. It's a wonderful event. Thanks so much.
Well, good morning or good afternoon. I'm not sure at this point, but I'm Jim Large. I have the honor to be fire chief in St. Pete, and as part of that, I've been asked. This is my 8th year as a judge for Ribfest, and I know we're doing a little sound bite right now, but you stick around, you're going to get to film quite a few bites as we test these ribs, and they're always outstanding. And you know, the bottom line on this is for a great cause. This Ribfest donates a tremendous amount of money to children's charity causes, so I'm always really honored to be a part of this, and it's a beautiful day. We'll call it city council weather today, and just look forward to seeing everybody out here. Thank you.
Ready for Life is one of the charities that actually benefit from the proceeds that are, are raised here throughout the weekend. And Ready for Life, we assist kids that are 18 and older who age out of foster care here in Pinellas County. And one of the areas that we assist them with is employment. So we actually have about 15 young adults that are working with different rib vendors here this weekend, gaining work experience and actually earning a little bit of money. And I just kind of walk around and make sure that they're happy and the vendors are happy. And it's a great opportunity for us. Oh my gosh, it's amazing, especially with all the budget cuts that are going on right now. I know that nonprofits in general, like ours, are being hit really hard. So, and everybody's got a mission, and, I think that ours is one of the most valuable ones because it's kids that are going to be our future very soon. And, without support like this, it would be really hard to continue our effort.
The benefits of having Ribfest is good for the community, and this is one of the shows that give back to the community. So it helps out the rivers that make a living doing it, and it helps out the community to bring a big event here, and it gives back to the community because I'm the king of ribs.
Why? What's special about your ribs?
Mine comes with just a traditional salty, spicy, sweet combination taste all together. And I've got, from South Carolina, we've got a mustard-based sauce, which we use it. We have it for the public. And my pork has a thin vinegar-based sauce on it. So I bring all of my true barbecue styles from South Carolina. If they continue doing it, they continue helping people, and then our staff, the staff that we help here, that program that brings out the foster kids and help them with jobs and put money in their pocket, show them how to work and stuff like that. So it helps out all around. And one other thing, when your living's on the line, your grilling has to be fine. So y'all have a good day, St. Pete.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.